Save Blackburn, no activity centre. The Victorian State Government has declared Blackburn an activity centre. Blackburn Village shops to be demolished and replaced with 20-storey towers. G'day and welcome to This Property Life. Our story is commercial property planning and development, as well as the housing crisis in Melbourne, Australia. The Blackburn community faces up to 20-storey towers overshadowing Blackburn Station and Blackburn Lake, 6-storey apartments replacing family homes in quiet residential streets. If you live here, you will have no say. Other factors to consider: massive loss of tree canopy. The planning statute for City of Whitehorse, SL09 removed, tree coverage halved. No community consultation. Your right to object is gone. Your voice silenced. Escalating road congestion. No realistic traffic mitigation plans. Once Blackburn is rezoned, there's no going back. Have your say, save our suburb. Help stop it now or it's gone forever. This content authorised and printed by Richard Welsh MP, Suite 1, 10 to 12 Blackburn Road, Blackburn, Victoria, 3130. You can contact Richard Welsh MP on 03 9878 4113 or at richardwelsh@parliament.vic.gov.au.
Passengers, please finish boarding. The train is ready to depart. This train is now...
Local communities are up in arms. With residents banding together to save Blackburn, a suburb in Melbourne's eastern suburbs, proclaiming no activity centre, thank you. The Victorian State Government has declared Blackburn in Melbourne, Australia, an activity centre. What does this mean for the local community? Will Blackburn Village shops be demolished and replaced with 20-storey towers? G'day and welcome to This Property Life. Our story is commercial property, planning, development, urban renewal and the housing crisis in Melbourne, Australia. According to some residents and local business owners in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne, Australia, they are claiming that up to 20-storey towers overshadowing their local station, Blackburn Station, and the picturesque Blackburn Lake could be changed or even gone forever. And according to these people, if you live here, you will have no say. These residents and business owners say that they face up to 20-storey towers overshadowing Blackburn Station and Blackburn Lake, 6-storey apartments replacing family homes in quiet residential streets, and some of the other factors: massive loss of tree canopy, a local planning regulation removed, tree coverage halved, no community consultation, their rights to object is gone, and they say their voice is silenced. And they also claim there will be escalating road congestion. No realistic traffic mitigation plans are in place. And according to these residents and local business owners, once this community area is rezoned under new planning requirements for activity centres in Victoria, in Australia, there's no going back. And they want you to have your say to save their suburb. If you don't help to stop it now, it'll be gone forever. Some of this content and activity is backed by a local member of Parliament, Richard Welsh, who is the local member for the Liberal Party, who has an office in Blackburn Road, Blackburn. G'day and welcome to This Property Life. Our story is commercial property, residential property, planning, development, urban renewal and the housing crisis. So look at the view outside my lounge room window. It's only a 1-bedroom unit. I cannot claim to be a NIMBY, not in my backyard, resident of Blackburn, because I don't have a backyard. I have very little, and I'm very happy with the very little that I've got. And the thing that I value the most is something that can't be monetized or valued on a balance sheet or in property planning proposals, is the northern sun from the direction in front of the camera that crosses from east to west. That ability to sit in my lounge room and enjoy the sun and see the sky, it's all I've got. It's all I've got. Good morning, it's Sean McIntyre speaking. This is my submission for the Activity Centres Planning Program Phase 1 for Blackburn. Please stand by. This property is at 9 to 11 Main Street, Blackburn. I bought the unit in 1990 when I was just turned 24. And 9 to 11 Main Street is just south of Blackburn Station. So the marketing collateral for the planning activity and the community meetings I've been to, the last one being yesterday at the Field Naturalists Society in Gardenia Street, and 2 or 3 weeks before that at the Blackburn RSL. Encourages us to tell the Victorian Planning Minister Sonia Kilkenny and the Victorian Labor government, tell us what you like about your community. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you what I like about my local community, where I moved to after growing up in Baldwin. At the age of 24, I became a property owner here without anyone's help, and I paid off a 25-year mortgage all by myself with no one's help. So if I haven't lost your attention 3 minutes in, this submission is an invitation to the Victorian Planning Minister, Sonia Kilkenny, because I read in The Age, and I've subsequently learnt a little more, that Sonia Kilkenny was swayed by an invitation to walk around the Blackburn Bellbird area. But this is my area, and I want to know, or I want to not be negative, but I would like Sonia Kilkenny to see the part of Blackburn that means so much to me and so many other people. And I would like to show you what I love about this area in the morning, during the day, in the evening. And you can see why people want to come here from other parts of Melbourne just to see. This is good for your mental health. And it's part of the reason why so many people in these streets love living here.
Passengers, please finish boarding. The train is ready to depart. This train is now.
And I'm only halfway through this tour, which is for Sonia Kilkenny, the Planning Minister, the Victorian Planning Minister, Paul Hamer, Richard Welsh, the Bellbird Residents Association and the Co-Rag Community Group. And again, the purpose of this tour this morning is my submission, Sean McIntyre, a resident at Unit 711 Main Street, Blackburn, to show you what I love about living in Blackburn. 4 minutes. The Victorian State Government has declared Blackburn in Melbourne, Australia, an activity centre. What does this mean for the local community? Will Blackburn Village shops be demolished and replaced with 20-storey towers? And now we're into the industrial side of Blackburn, where so many small businesses operate quite successfully, quite profitably, quite sustainably. Now, just ahead is the first of 3 commercial properties that magically have come on the market since the government's announcement, and I've documented each of these properties separately. I may not get time to put 2 of them into this submission before the deadline, but they will be there definitely after the deadline. So all of a sudden, property owners in Blackburn have seen the opportunity and they want to take advantage of it. In Queen Street, 8,500 square metres of property is up for sale as a package or separately. Just here in Cottage Street, about 6,500 square metres from memory is now up for sale, and the Nerve Centre, as it's called, which is actually the headquarters of the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Victoria, is also up for sale. So that's about 20,000 square metres of commercial industrial land holding now up for sale. And you can see behind it is the Pace Group development which is the old Leader newspaper site, which became 3 towers during COVID and may go to 4. So this Pace building, is this the type of property that is going to be erected outside my lounge room window, outside my kitchen window? Because that's a pretty typical example of what the Victorian state government wants to surround my home. And with the extra 76,000 people